Hello guys, in today's video, we're gonna check out the best smart switch for Alexa in this year. I made this list based on my personal opinion, and I've tried to list them based on their price, quality, durability, and many more. To find out more information about the smart switch for Alexa, you can check out the description below. If you want to get a best quality smart switch for Alexa according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide to buy. At the first position of our list, we have Leviton Decor Smart Wi-Fi Switch. The new generation Decor from Leviton streamlines everything into a single switch for hands-free voice control with Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri. The switch is compatible with single-pole or three-way installations and requires a neutral wire. However, for an additional cost, you can add the wire-free Dusk Anywhere Switch Companion. The companion switch is a really nice supplement for areas of the home that lack proper wiring, like a hallway or base of a staircase. The switch is slightly smaller than other smart switches, which is nice if you have a crowded in-wall electrical box. The installation itself was quick and easy, and we had no issues integrating it with all three smart assistants. However, after a successful setup, the switch randomly lost connection and needed to be reconnected several times during our testing. Additionally, the Leviton app does not offer two-factor authentication to help secure your account. We liked Leviton's second-gen switch when it worked, and the ability to add the Anywhere switch is a nice bonus, but it didn't maintain a reliable connection during our test, which is crucial to managing your smart home remotely or via voice assistants. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Casa Smart Light Switch. From indoor security cameras and smart plugs to smart light switches, Casa is no stranger to reliable smart home devices. We've been living with TP-Link Casa smart light switches for more than a year and can confirm they are responsive in both the Casa app and via voice control with Amazon Alexa and Google Assistant. One fairly unique feature of this switch is that you can also check out the current and total run times, broken down by day, week, and month in the Casa app. There are a few downsides to this switch, though. The switch sometimes randomly goes offline, but manages to reconnect itself. And the Casa app does not offer two-factor authentication for increased account security. The switch also doesn't work with Apple HomeKit. So if Siri is your smart assistant of choice, check out other options in our guide. Like other switches, Casa's works for single-pole switches and needs a neutral wire. The app, available for both iOS and Android, supports features like remote control, timers, scheduling, and away mode. The number 3 position is held by Eve Light Switch. If you need a smart switch that exclusively works with Apple HomeKit, the Eve Light Switch is a savvy pick. Though it doesn't support Amazon Alexa or Google Assistant, Siri can handle turning this switch on and off for you without delays. Aside from great performance, the switch is also one of the most aesthetically pleasing to look at, and the touch-on/off is really slick to use. In addition to Siri, you can also use an Apple Watch to control Eve Smart Wall Switches. An Apple Home Hub, like the HomePod Mini, is needed to control the plug using Siri when you're away from home. The switch requires a neutral wire and does not work with three-way switches. As far as app security goes, Apple HomeKit requires your iCloud keychain to be active. Since an Apple ID is required for HomeKit and Eve, two-factor authentication is available to help keep your Eve switches secure. The switch can be managed from the Home app, but you'll need the Eve app to set schedules, install firmware updates, and adjust the LED status light. Overall, this is a solid option if you need a smart switch that works with HomeKit, but steer clear if you prefer to use Android or smart assistants like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant. Next at number 4, we have Mera Smart Switch. The Mera Smart Switch is easy to install and comes with labels so you can mark your wires during setup, an especially helpful extra if you're new to understanding your home's wiring. This is a single-pole light switch that requires a neutral wire. Overall, we found it to be responsive to voice commands and via remote control in the Meross app. It works with Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri. However, you can't use all three smart assistants in tandem like you can with other switches that support the big three. It also works with Samsung SmartThings. An Apple Home Hub like the HomePod Mini is needed to control the plug using Siri when you're away from home. One annoying feature about the app is that it asks to confirm if you want to turn the light on/off when you press the power button. This was automatically turned on for us during setup, but can be turned off in the app settings. Like a lot of switches, Meross's companion app also lacks two-factor authentication, a security feature that alerts you to attempted account logins. It also doesn't feel as luxurious as our No. 1 pick, and when you physically press the switch, it makes a pretty loud click sound. The number 5 position is held by Wemo Smart Light Switch, 2nd Gen. Wemo's 2nd Gen Smart Light Switch has one of the slimmest, most modern profiles of the light switches in our guide. It is responsive and works well for remote control, as well as voice control via Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri, which can all be used in tandem. The Wemo app offers useful automation features like scheduling, an auto-off timer, and remote control. However, if you're using HomeKit, make sure to create rules in the Apple Home app and not in the Wemo app to avoid potential conflicts and ensure your automations go off as intended. One bummer with the app is that it does not offer two-factor authentication, so you won't be alerted about unwanted login attempts. This switch supports one-way connections only and is not compatible with three-way switches. A neutral wire is required. The Wemo app offers useful automation features like scheduling, an auto-off timer, and remote control. Away mode, a feature that randomly turns lights on and off to give the appearance you're home when you're not, is also available in the Wemo app. One thing to note is that, if you're hooking the switch up with HomeKit, make sure to create rules in the Apple Home app and not in the Wemo app to avoid potential conflicts and ensure your automations go off as intended. An Apple Home hub like the HomePod Mini is needed to control the plug using Siri when you're away from home. The number 6 position is dominated by Genie Tap Smart Light Switch. If you only need a switch or two, we recommend the value-packed Genie Tap Smart Light Switch. It supports hands-free voice control with smart assistants like Amazon Alexa, Google Assistant, and Microsoft Cortana. This single-pole switch is easy to install and maintains a reliable connection. Additionally, Genie's companion app is one of the only ones we tested that offers two-factor authentication, an important privacy feature that helps keep your smart home secure. Within the app are useful features like scheduling, remote control, and the ability to group the switch with other Genie products for easy home automation. We had no issues installing the switch, which is designed to handle 120 volts, thanks to the clearly marked wires on the load box. As is the case with most smart switches, a 2.4 GHz internet connection is required for use. It does not work as a three-way switch, though Genie does make one. It is designed to control a single light only, and a neutral wire is required. Now for the downsides, Genie's switch has a budget look and feel to it, but that's part of the trade-off for a low-price switch. It also lacks compatibility with Siri, so we don't recommend it for Apple smart homes. But if you need a dependable smart light switch that offers remote control, good security features, and integration with Alexa and Google Assistant, the Genie Tap switch offers great bang for your buck. Finally, the number 7 position is dominated by Lutron Casper Smart Switch PD6. Lutron is one of the leading names in smart home lighting, and this smart light switch is the best it gets. Its dependence on a hub is something we usually frown upon due to the additional cost, but Lutron's lighting system is worth paying more. Here's why. It was the easiest to install and set up. It's wired for single pole, but can be turned into a three-way switch when paired with Lutron's Pico remote. It's also quick and responsive to voice commands via Alexa, Google Assistant, and Siri. In addition to lights, the 120-volt switch can be used for ceiling and exhaust fans, and unlike some switches, it works with LED incandescent and halogen bulbs. The Lutron app is full of convenient smart home features like geofencing to turn the lights on when you get home, a rarity for smart switches, scheduling, and scenes, which all work well. Another reason to buy this switch is that it supports a plethora of popular smart home systems like Sonos, Samsung SmartThings, Ring, and IFT. You can even manage your entire Lutron Caséta lighting system from an Apple Watch. Lutron also has a full suite of smart home gadgets like smart dimmers and outdoor smart plugs to help you build out a more connected home. The light switch requires a neutral wire, but if your home doesn't have one, check out the Lutron Casper Smart Dimmer, which also works as an on/off switch but does not require a neutral wire. A light switch can handle a larger electrical load than the dimmer, so we'd only recommend pairing the dimmer with lights, and not exhaust/ceiling fans or other outlets that may draw too much power. That's all for today. We upload light and light accessories review videos every single day, so don't forget to subscribe and click the bell icon for the upcoming video notification.